Today on WSRH Extra, middle schoolers are given the opportunity to choose what path they will take in high school.
Also, one staff member at the Ridge is a dual threat, helping students in the classroom as well as on the mat.
Plus, students open up on how the recruiting process can be difficult, both physically and mentally. This episode of WSRH Extra starts now.
Welcome to our latest episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Carlos Suarez.
And I'm Reagan Bresnahan. WSRH Extra is our student news magazine show, where we dive deeper into stories on our campus and in our community.
Every year, thousands of middle school students decide where they will spend their high school years. One Palm Beach County event allows students to see what schools are available and what they have to offer. WSRH Extra reporter Miles Johnston takes us to the Palm Beach County Showcase of Schools.
The South Florida Fairgrounds hosts Palm Beach County's annual Showcase of Schools, where students come to see what schools have in store for them.
Showcase of Schools, oh my gosh. This is the biggest event in Palm Beach County School District. It always brings more than 15,000 people.
This event has both parents and students learning together about new choice programs their kids could be getting into.
Parents, students coming in to this in order to learn about all the choice programs that the school district has to offer. We're talking about more than 330 choice programs.
These schools are bringing everything to show off their programs, from robots, instruments, to even their own mascots.
We have great teachers and we just learn so much. It's amazing.
The school district is always bringing new and fun opportunities for students to further their education. For WSRH Extra, I'm Miles Johnson.
A local woman is using her passion for baking to spread love and teach culinary skills, all from the comfort of her own home. WSRH Extra reporter Kalia Ashbrook takes us to Ladybug Cake Creations.
For almost 2 decades, Jolene Welty has pursued her passion of baking through her business, Ladybug Cake Creations.
You know, I baked since I was 16, so I've always baked and it's always made people happy.
Unlike other bakeries, Ladybug Cake Creations is run from Jolene's home, a choice that was made with family in mind.
I decided to start the business when we moved out here, and Jade was 9 and Emma was 6, because I needed to have a more flexible schedule to get them back and forth to school and be a single mom.
Over the years, Jolene has trained a number of young bakery assistants who have developed a love for their craft.
The most rewarding part is probably getting to put my own thoughts and ideas into the cakes and stuff that I create, and then seeing the customers' reaction to
The bakery assistants also admire the dedication Jolene has to her unique business.
Really the fact that it's home run by a single mother who really just puts in all of her time and money into this business to really just use her passion.
Aside from the typical orders they complete, the bakery also does a plethora of charity work for organizations in the community.
Told me it's going to be 300 to 400 cookies for the Children's Cancer Foundation, and this year's theme will be the Grinch. And we actually just charge them cost. That's my donation to them. I cut the bill in half.
Okay. For nearly 20 years, Ladybug Cake Creations has gained a dedicated following by making sweets from the heart right here at home. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kalia Ashbrook.
For years, the Seminole Ridge Winged Regiment has been chasing a dream of achieving all superiors at their state level. WSRH Extra reporter Shayla Stillwagon gives us a look at how the Seminole Ridge Band turned that dream into a reality.
The Seminole Ridge Band and Color Guard competed in an interesting competition at Palm Beach Central High School called MPA.
So this is what we call MPA, and we don't really compete for first, second, and third here. We compete more for an evaluation. They tell us more in specifics what we need to work on and how to get better.
This year, there is a special meaning to this piece and leaves off an emotional message to the audience. Seminole Ridge's band director says it's very different from previous years, which makes the theme very unique.
The theme of the show is Love Not War, which I think is a really important message, especially in this day and age where there's this conflict going on in the world, that conflict going on in the world, is just like, hey, we're all members of the human race. Let's get along. Let's let's love each other. Let's not make war.
Band alumni even volunteer their time to support our Hawks. They believe they can take it all home this year.
I just really love the band program here. I did it all 4 years of high school. I just want to leave behind a good legacy so that it's just good to carry on in the future.
Seminole Ridge took home straight superiors overall. Band director Mr. Hoffman is excited to see they are back on track to where they should be, recovering from a difficult time.
We've gotten superiors overall before, but we haven't gotten straight superiors across the board since the year before COVID. And obviously, that's COVID is a big reason why that's been a rebuilding thing. So it's really cool to kind of at least feel like, at least on paper, that we're kind of back where we should be.
Not only does the band compete, but they feel like a family, to love and cherish all the amazing moments together, to deliberate and work on this emotional piece.
My favorite thing about band is probably the memories and friends you make along the way. It's a very, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into this, project, so.
Seminole Ridge Band has a long tradition of winning competitions, including a couple of state championships. Hopefully they'll have a chance to win one this year. For WSRH Extra, I'm Shayla Stillwagon.
On campus, students know her as Mrs. Licavoli, but on the mat, her athletes know her as Coach L. WSRH sports reporter Austin Lamanna introduces us to this dual threat on campus.
At Seminole Ridge, one faculty member's job puts her in a position to grow the school and help students in the courses that will help later in life.
My job is to fill up our academies. We have 7 academies here on campus. And my job is to go out to the middle schools and recruit potential incoming 9th graders and just really brag about all the good stuff.
Miss Licavoli over the years has become a dual threat on campus, as some students know her as something other than Miss Licavoli. They know her as Coach L.
So I've been coaching here at Seminole Ridge since 2011, but I started coaching back in 1999 or 2000 at FAU.
Not only has Miss Licavoli made an impact on students in their education and while cheering, she has also helped them grow as people.
Coach L, she helps me be a better athlete inside of cheer, and even outside of cheer, she'll help me whether it's in the classroom, or she'll push me to be just a better person overall.
Also always been there for me off the mat, and I've always been able to talk to her, and she's always just been there to make sure that I'm good, and yeah.
Coach L's efforts do not go unnoticed, as her athletes understand the sacrifices she makes for them every day.
The best quality is definitely I feel like her commitment and her push towards us. I feel like at some times we're always we're exhausted and we don't want to keep going, and she gives us that motivation that makes us want to do it again. After a full out, we are exhausted, and she's like, "Do you want to end on this note?" No, we want to hit. Our goal is to win this year, and she wants us to win too. So obviously she's going to push us, make us our very best, and train us as hard as possible.
It's very hard on her. She's told us before how hard it is on her, sacrificing some of the things she does for us, and then going out, and when she could be going out and hanging out with her family or her kid or stuff like that. So she's very she definitely puts cheer first.
Coach L was able to find her passion, drive, and desire for being a cheer coach from someone that made a lasting impact on her in her past.
I was actually on the dance team at FAU, and my dance team coach, asked me to be an assistant. She was really my inspiration, an incredible mentor. She taught me some great life lessons, and I thought walking in her footsteps would be really cool.
While Miss Licavoli has become a dual threat on campus, she looks to strive to make both our academies and cheer team the best they can be. For WSRH Extra, I'm Austin Lamanna.
It's the dream of thousands of student athletes to earn a scholarship and play in college, but the recruiting process can be hard on student athletes both mentally and physically. WSRH sports reporter Kira Taub gives us an inside look at the recruiting process.
For athletes here in Florida that are looking forward to playing in college, the recruitment process can be a challenging thing to go through.
Oh, it definitely takes a mental toll on you. I mean, I know for lacrosse recruiting, D1 coaches can start talking to you on September 1st. And the build up to that, and even after it, it's you're crying, you're anxious. definitely does have a really big mental toll on you.
It's pretty confusing because there's some coaches that email you, and then as soon as you email them back, they never get back to you again. And it's like, where'd you go? And then like if you set up a call and you guys have a call and it goes good on the call, and they just don't email you ever again.
While digging deeper into the recruitment process and talking to some athletes on their views, one Seminole Ridge student athlete stood out.
Ty is an exceptional player. The amount of offers that he has now won't be the total number by the end of it. I mean, as you mentioned, he's only a junior, and he already has more Division I offers than a lot of seniors.
As a junior in high school, Ty Jackson is reaching the goal that many seniors have. The amount of colleges add up by the day.
Being recruited by FSU, Florida, it's on and on. I can keep going, but Tennessee, a lot of them are getting in touch with me. They're just trying to build a relationship at this point. It's a fun thing to go through. It takes a lot of energy, not negative energy, but it's a lot to go through. When they're reaching out through social media, they'll try and just keep you positive throughout the day, say motivational things, so you'll just always remember that school and basically them.
The recruiting process can be difficult and scary, but for Ty Jackson, he's forming new relationships and managing it all. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kira Top.
Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Carlos Suarez.
And I'm Reagan Bresnahan. Remember that you can follow us on social media on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Seminole Ridge TV. Have a great day, Hawks!